Hello everyone, I'm Alessandro Bico, engineer for Hymo. Today I'm gonna do a lap guide for the 24-hour of Nordschleife with the Ferrari 296. Here we go, we can start. So, we are on the straight, we are going for the first corner, braking point 150, as you can see. First corner, it's important to sacrifice the exit, cutting the curb a lot, even going to hit these red things. Don't go over, because otherwise you will get off track or slow down. As you can see, I'm just going into it, not going over it. You cut, you sacrifice the exit a bit to have a good exit for this one. Cut the curb a little bit here, don't touch the wall, otherwise your race is over, because even a little touch, it's going to make some damage to your car. Braking zone here, more or less when this part starts. It's very important. I'm going third gear. For me here it's important to bring a lot of speed, as you can see, and I'm using a lot of the exit. Even too much, I will say, but for me it's a good line. A lot of people stay a lot here, for example, but I like to stay on the right, braking the car, white line, and then full throttle and going to use all the exit. It's a different type of line, but for me and for someone it's good like this. You can go, of course, you can, let's say, put less speed on the exit here, stay a bit more on the left here, and have a bit more exit speed on this one. It's like you prefer. It's more or less the same. There is not going to gain a lot of time. Braking here, basically when this curve starting, you can brake on this part. It's always good grip, this type of curve. Here in this corner I'm doing more a double apex style. A lot prefer to stay on the left, on the entry, so a bit wide, and then cutting the inside at the exit. But I prefer to stay a bit more close on the apex, on the first apex, going a bit wide, and then full throttle, curb, always white line, and then exit. Schumacher S, important, taking the curb here on the entry. It's almost full throttle. It depends from the condition, the fuel, the tires, everything. Also be careful to don't go too late off this curb, otherwise you will not do the corner, basically. You can cut here a lot. What I'm cutting is the maximum you can do. 1 centimeter more on the right and you will get a slowdown. So you can use a bit of gravel, but always try to not use it, because it's a bit on the limit of the slowdown, and you will not gain too much time to cut it compared to what you lose if you take a slowdown. Braking zone before 100 meter, you can use this green path. Third gear or second gear, it depends how much speed you bring in. I prefer third, cutting a lot here, having a good exit, but not trying to over push the exit, because we need a good entry on this. So staying a lot on the left to have a good exit then on this one, because we have a straight after this corner. So we need to have a good entry for a good exit. So yeah, white line, don't go over this curve, otherwise the balance of the car will be not very good. You can use, of course, the exit curve here, in this straight you can cut this corner, this curve. You are going to gain a bit of time, not a lot, of course, but yeah. Here, braking just a bit before 150 meter. On this section, it's important to not over push, but just letting the car go, stay close to this curve, and don't go, this is the limit, don't go on the gravel here, otherwise you will take off track. This corner and the YouTuber corner that I will show you later, it's the worst part to get an off track, especially for the quali. full throttle. You can use a bit of this exit curve, it's not a big problem. Now we go for the Nordschleife, entry of Nordschleife. What is important here to have a wide entry, of course, and then immediately inside to have a good grip, close to the wall. Here you have to use all this part of track, all this, use it. You can, there is no problem. Always try to be more close to the white line, because in basically all the Nordschleife, more you are close to the white line and there is a more grip you have. Exit, watch out to the exit curve. It's very high, so it's a bit dangerous for the car. This corner, full throttle. If you are not doing it full throttle, there is something not very good, or there is like a fully wind pushing you on this direction, or yeah, you need to do it full throttle. This corner. Here braking zone, more or less. Here. Here, I mean, there's not a lot I can say. It's basically a dance, you know. White line always, full throttle here. When you are almost just after the apex, full throttle. Use this exit. Here, cut on the curb and on the grass. You have to watch out, there is an off track, so take the limit of this. But you need to go on the grass here. And here also, cutting this curb, watch out, because if you cut too much, the floor of the car will touch and you will lose the car. So watch out. But you need to cut this curb, not with half of the car, just close to half of the car. Exit curve here, use it. Also here, cut inside, and also this inside of the corner. Cut it, go on the gravel, on the grass, there is no problem. It's time gained, and yeah, that's the curve. Full throttle. This is tricky corner. It's almost flat out, as always, depend on the condition and everything. What is important, to stay close you can to the curve. Don't touch it, but close you can, because otherwise you will never do it fast. If you are going a little bit too wide, it's over. You are not going to be fast, because you need to lift, otherwise you are going on the grass. Here, basically. As you can see, I was very on the limit. Full throttle. Okay, we arrive in this corner where in some situation you can do it flat out. I just lift a bit. I mean, I lift up a lot, but some situation you can do it flat out. You need to stay close to this curve, it giving you a good grip. Be careful, because if you go a bit wide here, it's very easy to miss this corner and going on this gravel, and it's very easy to crash then. Braking zone, I take here this as a reference. Here you can keep third gear, I prefer, because it giving to the car more stability, also for the exit. It's very important to stay close to this line for all the corner, basically. And then full throttle, watch out here, it can be very easy to go over this curve. And if you go over with this curve, you are going to touch the floor of the car and you will go straight. So be careful. Full throttle. Here we go. This signal, more or less a bit before we brake. We cut on the curb. Watch out here. Can be a bit dangerous if you cut it too much. Depend also from the car. With Ferrari it's a bit tricky. With, for example, Porsche, it's very easy to cut on it. So yeah, for example, with Audi it's very difficult. Like, be careful to cut it. On this section you need basically to bring a lot of speed. As you can see my line, I try to push and bring a lot of speed here, using all this part of the track. So I'm not staying on the middle, I use it everything of this part. As you can see, I'm even going on the throttle and then braking, doing basically a double apex, as you can see here. First white, then bam, inside. I miss a bit here the apex, I'm sorry. But the rest of the lap was good, so that was like, okay, it can be good. But yeah, you need to stay close to the white line. Also here, try to keep the car a bit on the left to have a good exit on this, because remember, in Nordschleife we always have a good, a long straight after the corner, so we need to have a good exit. Full throttle. Okay, here, big lift. I always keep a bit of throttle so the car it's stable. Use the exit here. You can use a little bit of grass, but watch out, because basically when you have the steering wheel straight, wait, let me put it a bit up so you can see a bit better. The steering wheel, perfect. As you can see, when you are going to have the steering wheel straight, you need to brake. So watch out to let's say not be on the grass when you have to brake. Okay, third gear here, white line, never touch the curb. I keep the third gear, and I keep also for this corner, because it's good. The car is stable. And the exit also, so it's very important to be very close on this apex. It's giving you a lot of grip. I wasn't too close, but it's okay, because this corner is very difficult, because on the entry you can lose the rear very easily. So my advice is to take it very chill, and yeah, good exit, bam, try on the curb. This chicane is full throttle, all full throttle, guys. Remember, be careful to not touch the inside curb, otherwise you're gonna crash. Very hard. Okay, this part, my advice is to stay close to this apex, very close, also this one. And from this curve, basically, full throttle. So, we brake a bit here. We stay close to have a good grip, and then from this, full throttle, bam. And we have a good exit. Here braking, this corner is tricky. My advice is to don't push the car too much on the brake. So just brake a little bit before than what you think. My reference is basically when all these things start, as you can see. Yeah, important, not over push this section, otherwise you are going to miss all the exit. As I told you before, after the corner we have a good straight, a long straight, so we need to have a good exit. So just chilling on braking zone, don't over push. We make the corner perfectly, never touch the inside. I always stay maximum on the white line. We have a good exit on second gear, and we go. Here, I brake before the end of this curve. As a reference, more or less, I have this. What is important here is important the exit to not touch this curve, because you are basically this curve. If you take it, you are going straight. You are not turning anymore. This part, it's very important to brake and start the entry on this part of the curve, so use it. It's giving you a good grip for the entry. And as you can see, I'm going on the limit to almost touch the curve. This exit is very difficult because the rear can slip a bit, so be careful on the throttle, and you can use the exit curve. Don't go on the grass, there is no grip. Okay, full throttle. Here we go. Here, braking zone reference is the signal. We retard a bit the entry, as you can see, and then bam, we smash the throttle, because as you can see here, there is a bit of negative, let's say, bump, okay, and you need to use it to go full throttle and have a lot of speed, to carry a lot of speed on the exit. Be careful on this exit curve. This is very, very tricky, because if you go over the white and red line, you will go straight. So be careful, and you will. And if you lose here, all the speed, you basically lose a lot of time, because we have a long straight. As you can see here, full throttle. Stay all on the left, left. Then bam. Now we change line because there is a corner. Bam. Now we stay all on the right. Be careful here for the lapped car, because you are coming with a lot of speed, but for example TCR are very slow, so be careful. Little advice I give you, because I crashed with a lapped car last year. This corner, of course, for this straight we keep the 5th gear, because you can't put the 6th gear. We are going too slow. You can use this curb, of course, so you have more track, and it's also good grip. 5th gear, lift a bit, close to the curb as much you can. Bam. Use all the exit. Be careful, there is an off track here, so you can go too much wide. And we go full throttle. This section is full throttle, guys, never lift. On this braking zone, my advice is to stay a bit on the right or on the middle. Don't stay on the left, because there is a bump and it's not stable for the car. 2nd gear, stay close basically for all the part of this corner, and there is more grip. Throttle, and we go for exit. Now we are coming on the carousel. My advice is to brake basically when this curve is changing direction. Wait, let me put cockpit. As you can see, here it's changing basically direction. I take this as a reference. You can brake whatever you want, but for me the reference is there. It's very important, to have on the carousel. You can see it's not very easy to do it always perfectly, but the perfect line on the carousel is to have half tire, the left of course, between the concrete and the asphalt. So here, exactly here. Basically after half of the carousel, go full throttle. You have to smash it, because the car will stay there, and you can gain a lot of time. So use to understand when and how much you can go full throttle, because you can gain a lot of time. Okay, this gun is full throttle, guys. Be careful here to not use a lot this part, the green part, because you're gonna take a off track here. So for the quali especially, be careful. Okay, in this section you need to dance a bit. It's not. I can't help you a lot. I can give you some advice. For example, for the entry, use the curve. It's giving you a good rotation. White line. This is 4th gear. White line also here. Use the curve. You can. And here, it's important to retard a bit the entry. As you can see, because you can brake a bit later than what you think, retard a bit, and then bam, go inside here. It's like not a double apex, but yeah, retard a bit, let's say. Okay, we retard a bit, then bam, we cut this apex. Always never go on the curb, you're gonna crash otherwise. Exit. You can use a bit that curve, but it's not good for the car. It's unstable. This part you should be able to do almost flat out, this corner, but of course we lift a bit here and we brake for this. Very important to stay close D here, white line, a bit wide, and then bam again on this curve. You can go over it a bit, but it's very important to go over this curve, completely cut it. It's very important, you can gain a lot. You can use a bit the exit, there is no problem. You can use even the grass here. Always, of course, come back on the track before the braking. You can go here. You can push the car on the braking and going immediately on the entry. Okay, so you don't need to retard a lot. You can push a lot here and go inside. The car will stay there. Use the curb, exit curb. Also here, we are always using not a lot of brake, just to slow down a bit the car and to rotate the car. Curb, white, yellow, white line again, curb here inside. Remember, this type of curb has a lot of grip. White line, bam, full throttle. Be careful here, if you go with this tire, with the right tire on the curb, it's off track for the quali, so be careful. Yeah, full throttle, and here we go here. It's very important to retard also this one. So don't try to push immediately on the inside, retard a bit, and then you go. You can gain good time also here. I could stay a bit more close on the white line, but yeah, miss it a bit. Exit, use all the curb, there is no problem. Here, for me, the reference of the brake is more or less is this line, as you can see. I give you this because it's my reference. You can use whatever you want. You can use this sentence, for example. This name, I don't know what it is. Okay, also here retard it a bit. All this section in third gear, guys, remember. Retard it a bit, white line, curb on the exit, we go, full throttle. Full throttle, this is scary part. Be careful with the lapped car because it's gonna be very, very tricky. Jump, I am with the fourth gear, I keep the fourth gear with the Ferrari. And it's very, very important to be very precise here. So white line, yeah, double apex also here. So white line, white line again if you can, full throttle. As you can see, bam, full throttle here. Use this little curb on the exit, and here full throttle, go for it. Be careful now here on the exit. If you go here too much, if you cut too much, there is a slowdown. So be careful. Full throttle. Bam, brake. What is important here? It's important to not over push this corner because it's very, very easy to lose the car otherwise. And we need to have we need to stay on the right immediately after this corner because we need to have a good entry for the next one. So don't over push. Stay quite on the right here for having a good entry. White line, full throttle, curb, you can use it a lot. Mini carousel. What is important for the mini carousel? I use third gear. I prefer it. Someone use second, but in this track I prefer to have more a balanced car than having maybe a second gear. Then it's a bit more tricky to manage, especially on the exit. So third gear, inside, white line, stay on the inside. Don't try to go before. Don't try to go to exit before of the carousel, otherwise you're gonna lose time, and it's even very tricky to go to stay on the track. So wait a lot. Just when you are here, more or less, you can exit full throttle, of course, and you have a good traction. Because I'm telling you this because if you, for example, try to exit here, you're gonna have a bad traction and you're gonna lose time on the straight. Throttle, bam. Brake a little bit, as you can see, lift, brake, it helps to have a good balance. It's not the best for driving, of course, but brake and throttle on the same time, sometimes. It's not the best way to drive, I tell you, but sometimes can help you for the balance of the car, especially in this fast corner entry. So curb on the exit, on the entry, sorry, to have a good rotation. White line, full throttle, full throttle, full throttle. We lift a bit to try to go inside here to the white line, and when basically the curb starts, full throttle again. Remember, it's very important to, when you're here, lift a bit to go inside, because otherwise we will have a bad exit. So inside, white line, on the curb, full throttle, bam. And from here, full throttle. Having the perfect exit. Long straight, stay on the left. Okay, full throttle also here. Braking zone here, basically when you see this this line, this part of asphalt. On this corner you can also doing a lot of lift and coast, fuel saving. So for example, I don't know, you leave the throttle here and you brake then a bit later, of course. For the race it's very good, so remember, this is a good spot for the fuel saving. Braking, bam, cut inside here. You need to use all this part, but be careful because there is a big bump here. Look, as you can see, bam. So be careful, but you have to go on this section of the track, so you have basically a better entry on the next corner, which is this. Cutting a lot the curb here, you have to. There is a giga grip, a lot of grip on this curb, so cut it. Full throttle here, bam, close to the wall, and this is a lap around Nordschleife. So what can I say? Be careful. It's a long race. It's a tricky track. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the track guide. If you have more question or you need an help, write in the comment or join the Discord. We are there to help you. If you want the setup of this car for the lap I use, just go on Track Titan site. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I hope I helped you a bit. Yeah, thank you and bye bye.